Cedar Point has announced how they are going to operate in their 2021 season around COVID. So stick around if you would like to hear how they're going to keep their guests and associates safe and what will be required of you while you are at the park. Cedar Point's website has released this statement. The safety of our guests and associates has always been and will always be our top priority. We want to ensure that our team is 100% committed to ensuring a safe and fun visit as we work alongside industrial experts and government officials towards the shared goal of being able to reopen safely during COVID-19. We have taken enhanced health and safety measures for you and our other guests and our associates. You must follow all posted instructions while visiting the property. An inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 exists in any public place where people are present. If you exhibit any COVID-19 symptoms, you should not enter the property. Upon arrival to the park, Cedar Point has announced that all guests will be required to take a temperature check. If your temperature is above 100.4, you will not be permitted to enter the park. Your ticket will be valid for another day and you will have to reschedule your visit. Each guest will also be asked a few short questions. Those questions are the following. Have you experienced any COVID-19 related symptoms that are not caused by a known chronic health condition? Have you been in direct contact with anyone who has been diagnosed with COVID-19 in the last month? Have you been told by a healthcare professional or employer that you have been exposed to COVID-19 in the last month? The park will also ask for your email address and phone number in case they need to inform you that you have been exposed at the park to an outbreak. I commend Cedar Point so much for taking these extra precautions before you're even into the park. I think that it can stop a lot of the spread. Unfortunately, there's always going to be those people who lie about it. So just take that into consideration when you are thinking about coming to the park and bringing your family to the park. And I also just wanted to say that this is going to slow your time at the park down. It's going to take longer for you to get into the park. It's going to take longer for you to get on the rides. And just remember that the employees there, the ride ops there, and even the custodians there, they're all just following protocol. They're all just trying to keep everyone safe, and they want to make sure you have a good time, and they want to be able to keep the park open. So please just be patient. Know that your day is going to be slower than what you're used to coming into Cedar Point. While in the park, face coverings are required to be worn at all times. Face coverings should completely cover the mouth and the nose. Your face covering may only be removed when on water rides, in the pool areas, while dining, or when social distancing on the beach or parking lot areas. Wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds in hot, soapy water. And also avoid touching your face. Hand sanitizers are conveniently located throughout the park, and guests are encouraged to use them often. Parties of 10 or more will not be permitted to enter the park, and you must maintain 6 feet from all guests who are not a part of your immediate household. Make sure before you go, you download the Cedar Point app to know what rides are actually in operation. Some areas, rides, and attractions are not conducive for social distancing and are temporarily closed. All open ride lines will require social distancing, and coaster cars will not be full to their capacity to allow social distancing. Each ride will be properly sanitized after every use. Guests should be advised that there will be an employee assigned to every restroom. This employee will monitor how many guests are in the restroom at one time and will only let a certain amount of guests in. They also will frequently sanitize the bathroom throughout the day and deep clean the restrooms every evening. If you get hungry while in the park, you don't have to worry. All of Cedar Point's restaurants and food stands will be fully operational. Cedar Point would like its guests to know all dining and food preparation areas are being properly sanitized with hospital-grade cleaning supplies throughout the day. Some tables have been removed to promote social distancing. Staff are requesting patience as lines may be longer to get into restaurants. Tables of 10 or more guests will not be seated. All eating utensils, including plates, will be disposable to prevent contact spreading. Cedar Point is encouraging paperless pay methods. This includes cards and touch pay. Cash will be accepted, but is frowned upon. Another reason to have Cedar Point's app downloaded before your visit is because they have a new food feature on their app. It's called Food Pickup. It's literally where you can order food from any restaurant in the park at any location and go and pick it up. This will avoid avoid you having to stand in long lines and also be able to enjoy your food while social distancing. If you're staying at one of Cedar Point's hotels, the campground, or your cabin, please know that masks are still required in all public areas. Masks can be removed in your room. Guests are discouraged from congregating in lobby areas, in the arcades, the shops, or any of the other public areas available. Rooms will not be cleaned during your stay. They will only be sanitized before you get there and after you check out. This will encourage that we have minimum contact between staff and guests and will hopefully stop the spread of COVID-19 in the park. If you do have a question, the park encourages you to contact the front desk via the phone provided for you in your room. This will cut down on face-to-face contact in small areas. Cedar Point apologizes, but they will not be able to offer guests an hour early entry into the park. This has been offered in previous years, but due to cut down hours and COVID restrictions, this will not be a perk of staying in one of Cedar Point's hotels, cabins, or campground. In the unfortunate event that Cedar Point does have to close down the park and its hotels because of COVID, they have acknowledged that they will validate passes for the 2022 season for every day that the park is closed for guests that have already paid to be in the park. Also, keep in mind that all 2020 season passes and add-on products have been extended through the 2021 season. So if you bought your passes last year, you are good to go for the 2021 season. Let me know in the comment section down below when you will be visiting Cedar Point and what you most look forward to in your visit. That's going to be all for this Cedar Point Moms video. I will catch you guys all in the next one. Ride Warriors, ride on.